Okay, I'm going to have a go at repairing the handle on this one. It's a shame it has had a good old whacking. Gonna probably need to clean that off first. Let's get some of that blue roll. Isopropyl. So make sure I've got a good glue base. So I'm just using some normal, it says rapid epoxy. It's not that rapid. Still wants to set overnight, I think, pretty much 24 hours. Come on, there you go. There we go, equal amounts of each. I'll say once this is set it can be sanded off, so don't worry too much about what it looks like now. Right, that's that side. We just get a bit of blue roll. Let's wipe some of this excess off. Actually feels quite warm. Right, that's that side. Let's have a look at this side then. Similar story. Only on one side this one though, so it's not quite as bad. There we are. Let's leave that to set overnight and hopefully it'll be better than what it was. Right, just as a final thing with this one, I'm going to give it a little bit of a tart up to the owner. The sides are really dull. Finish has long gone off of them. It's strange, it's only a 1993 radio, I think. Yeah, the teak has really gone fairly dull, so I'm going to stick some Danish oil on it. I've given it a clean up, which is even duller now because I've taken what finisher was off. A couple other things I might touch up. There's a little bit of touching up to do on the grill, which I'll do, and the badge. I might see if I can just touch that up by hand. We'll see what the time's like. But anyway, I have said I'll refinish the sides and clean the case up. So let's get to it. Yeah, I'm going to give this a couple coats. I don't want it to look too shiny. I just want to give it a bit of a sheen, really. I like 3 coats on my radios, but you know, my taste is different to other people. So let's get the oil in it. God, yeah, it's soaking that up. Put a bit more in there, I think, than that. I always like radios to go back looking better than when they got here. That way people will come back to me again. Yeah, that grain is pretty dry there. It's almost like they've just missed a knot there on that one. Anyway, another coat will cover that in a bit better. And the other side. That looks much better straight away. That's looking like a proper radio now. Nice. There we go. So that's that for tonight. Let's just put that out of the way. Let's keep that dry. We'll keep it wet. And I'll stick another. Continuing on with this radio, I'm going to give it a bit of a clean up, as I said, for the owner. You can see here the volume and bass treble tuning pretty gummed up. I don't know if you can see that or not actually. Don't think you can very well, but yeah, it's not very nice in there. Just going to take them outside and give them a blowout. Then I'm going to use a little bit of foam cleaner on a wipe to get rid of the rest of that gunk. Make it look a little bit nicer. And I'm just going over these now with a bit of isopropyl inside, just to get rid of any, well, there is some baked on muck in there. If you don't get rid of it, it'll only go back in the controls. Especially the volume pot. Sounds like it gets a good bit of use, this radio, which is nice. Does sound awesome actually, really is a lovely sounding radio. Big case you see, and nice big speaker, does make a difference. And the volume pot. Bless you, Mrs. Radiocruncher. There. That's got the worst of the crud out of that. I'm just going to go. This had 2 coats of Danish oil now. That is so much better. That looks, well, looks new. What I'm going to do on this, there's just a little bit of paint touching up to do on the front here. So being the perfectionist that I am, I'm not going to let it go back without touching the paint up. So just flat black and a bit of masking tape. The worst bit is here. So I'm just touching this up now. A little bit of black matte paint. It's only a couple little spots. It's actually quite good for a grill for one of these. Let's peel that off. I'm actually going to mask that up again because I'm not happy with that. A bit too shy of it, I think. It's so easy to spot if the black glue has gone wrong on one of these. That's better. There we go. I needed to do that because I want that to dry, because this one's going to be going off hopefully in the post tomorrow. Right, I also decided that I was going to touch this Roberts badge in as well. Was looking pretty bad. It's not perfect now, but that's a lot better. When it's dry, I'll just scrape. Yeah, I'm a lot happier with that. That looks a lot nicer. There. You can see that now. Be careful I don't knock the bloody paint over. There, so I've coloured that right back in now. Just some chrome paint. Some of this hobby enamel stuff. It's about as good as you can get, really, to brush on. Yeah, that's come up a lot nicer than it was. It looks so much nicer. It's all about the front, the radio. No one really looks at the back and the inside. It's all the front. Okay, I'm just going over the face here of this now with some foam cleaner. I'm trying to be fairly sparse with it because I don't want it going down inside. Plus these newer radios are not finishes aren't as good on them, so they do rub off if you go too mad. Just trying to get the worst of the grime off, especially around all these knobs, little push buttons. Between the switches. Just trying to sort of return it to its former glory, really, because I say it looks like this was a lovely radio. Let's say the Rexine, all the leather cloth stuff that they use, unfortunately, in these newer ones is not a lot of good. Let's give it a buff up with a dry cloth. Oh, that's much better. Cool. That looks like new almost. There we go. The other thing I've done, I've had the knobs in soaking overnight. So as you can see, they're shiny. Need to give them a bit of a go over with a toothbrush, the other ones, but I want to clean these pots first, really. So I'm going to give them a blowout first. Get the deoxit in. Find it. So that's already out. These are pretty prone, this particular type of Roberts with these shiny front ones. They are prone to noise. The volume pot is terrible on these. You know, I've got some that I've sprayed and sprayed and sprayed, and they're still scratchy. So, well, I hadn't looked at the aerial yet, so I'm going to pull this one out and give it a good going over. Again, my preferred method for aerials is WD-40. I suppose you could use contact cleaner, but I don't know. I've always used WD-40 and always found it to be pretty good, so no need to change it. It does clean quite nicely as well. Aerial actually looks quite good. Yeah, ball bearing's still intact. He's got a slight kink in him there, a little tiny bit, but just there. That. Nothing to write home about really. Just tweaking it, straighten that up pretty much. There we are. This aerial done. Nice and clean. Made my workbench stink. Saying that, it's been a lot worse than the last couple of days. Stuff I've been spraying about trying to clear stuff up. I've got the handle. I'm just going to give some of the high spots, because I've glued this. There's a few bits that are a bit high, so I'm just going to sand them back a bit, get rid of the excess glue. I don't want to go too far because it will break the glue seal. Right, that's the last job. I'm just going to go in and lubricate the pulleys on this thing. Not that there's a lot. It's got a weighted tuning dial as well, this one. A big heavy weight there, that. Bit over ambitious really with Roberts, but it does give it a nice feel. You certainly can't spin it really like you can some of them. Yeah, that's all good. Switches. They look fairly sealed. So I'm not going to be able to get a lot in there, I don't think. No, there's no real way in there that I can see unless I can stick it up the back end of them. No, they're pretty well sealed, and they are spaced off of the board as well on this particular model, so they're a little way back off the front of the board, and all these push buttons have got like a lip all the way around them, so it's a pretty good design really. It means that the dust can't really get in there. And I suppose it can when the button's depressed, but you know, it's still pretty robust, that. So there we go. That's pretty much concludes that. I'm going to blow the headphone socket out with a bit of air. And also put a little squirt of deoxit in there. Just to make sure that that doesn't cause. I was just going to put this one back in the case, and look at this. That one's nearly undone, it was. That's the speaker fixing screws. The ones on the bottom are like, yeah, they're finger tight, all of them. That's going to make this one buzz a bit, so ideally we want a lock washer in there. I've got one that'll fit. Well, not a perfect fit, but should stop it. Yeah, should stop it coming loose again. Let's get my little seven out. Yes. Yeah, that was really loose. See if it'll fit in. Cool, just. Right, I'll put one on each of these then. That ain't going to come undone again. Let's do the same with the ones underneath. Yeah, they're finger tight as well, look. God, dear, oh dear. Roberts, why don't you just put a lock washer in there? This one as well. Oh no, that one's even slightly tight. No way. Okay, while I'm at it, I just wanted to show you the transformer in this one. Remember, this one's really buzzing bad. Have a look at this. I mean, let's try and get you a good angle there, really. Here we go. Okay. That's about as good as it gets. What we have here is a transformer, mains transformer, that is held in. No screw in there at all, just one over here. Just that one. And let's gently put this on the bench. When you get hold of it, look at the movement on that. You'll also notice that the live wires coming in are actually just rubbing against the metal body of the transformer. That's not good, is it? I mean, come on, I've not got any electrical training, but surely that can't be right. Yeah, I mean, there's no. Can't see a nut knocking about in it anywhere. There's no screw, so it doesn't look like it's ever had one. which does seem really strange. I mean, I suppose it's just rammed in there and tightened up here. I was wondering whether to... I'm going to have to do something about that. I can't leave it like that. Well, that's not good. I'm going to take it out and have a look. There's only one nut, one finger tight nut. No lock washer. You mustn't have lock washers. No. Sarcasm, sorry about that. Okay, there's one screw holding it in there. Hang on, no, there's more than that. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's supposed to be a screw in there. Yeah, I'll have to take the whole side panel out to get it all out. Yeah, not good design that really at all. So the best I can do on it is to just loosen this one, slide him over as far as he'll go, really tighten and tighten it up properly. I don't even think I can get a socket on that one. Now there's a couple other screws. I might have a go at it. Let's have a look. 2 miniature screws in there. Close that little piece on. Looks like that was all that was holding it in. Look at that. Oh my. Let's sort that. I don't know if I'm supposed to be sorting that, but I'm gonna. See if I can find a little screw in it, a little nut and bolt, and a lock washer would be nice. Let's get a lock washer as well. See, Roberts decided, well, not Roberts, whoever made these radio. Well, I'm sure they were assembled by Roberts. Let's put that one in there. If I'm not supposed to be doing this, tell me, somebody. But it'll be long gone by the time you see this video, unfortunately. Oh, knew that would happen. This is awkward, to say the least. It easily clears the case, so I'm really not sure why there's not a second one in there. It's just for ease of changing it, I suppose. Could do being changed. Let's go back in. I'll put another lock washer on here, which didn't have before. There we are. Much happier with that. Probably shake it to pieces now. Anyway, that's done. Sorted. I'm going to put this beastie back together. Be careful not to touch that, it's not quite dry yet. Big old serial number on this. I don't know whether that's the amount of these they sold, but right, let's have a look here. What have we got? That is the external aerial. That's the ferrite aerial, the speaker wires. This one is the DIN socket, which is there. So I'm surprised how easy this one came out of the case. That's the AC cord. Let's get the battery lead back in first, and we'll forget to put that in and end up having to take it all back out again. Battery lead and AC. Rubber mat. Speaker in. Aerial then. Let's put the cabinet securing screws in. Can't quite see what I'm up to there. I'm just screwing these cabinet screws back in either side. This also doubles up as the bit that holds the handle in. I'd say we've done a fair bit of modification to this radio, really, inadvertently. What's that one? That's the other one. Aerial then. Okay, this is one of these strange ones with two little pips that you've got to line up. Pain. You've actually got a lock washer on the aerial, that. Not a brilliant one, but we have got one. Can't complain. Ugh. Right, let's see aerial back in. I think we are nearly there. The tuning cord, yeah. Let's fish the battery supply out. Just resolder that one on. Actually, I will give that a clean off first while we things warming up. Soldering iron even. Right, I'm just soldering the battery connectors back on. Oops, there we go. So we should be able to put this this beauty back together now. That's it. Finito, I hope. Truth though is in the tester. Right, make sure I've got no bits left. No, I haven't. Battery covers here somewhere. There we go. There we are. Big beastie lives. It's got some power in him. Make sure it still works after major surgery. Apologies for the shaky cam. hopefully that volume control, it's just looking a lot nicer. Oh god, that looks so much nicer than before. Look really nice set on someone's work surface, that. Right, let's pop a little bit of power on it. $237 volts. Lovely. Let's try the FM aerial. Oh, cool, that's a long aerial.
Oh, Rod, we've got a listener who's been with you ever since Up All Night started over 20 years ago. Mike Dunbar from Aberdeen. Hello, Mike.
Hi there.
Why do you listen at that time of night?
Let's go to
I think we can say that works. Flippin' heck. The noise that thing pumps out. Right, let's try medium wave. Of course, it's all
better out for 6 months. How the heck is he in the final after that?
That works, long wave.
Must report.
Which is phenomenally optimistic about it. So there you go, all done for 5 minutes. My advice to feedback listeners, all you need to do this job is a good plot, and the rest is easy.
It's really sensitive, it's picking up loads. Goes right up to 108 as well.
Look, it is what it is.
kind of wish that you and I were just strangers. My breath, honey, you're somebody. It's like
A lot of people living on their own, and they are jealous.
Right, well I'm going to leave it playing on Radio 3 because that was the issue before. Leave it playing on that for quite a while. There's a lot of hum there still.
Thank you very much indeed, members of the European Union Baroque Orchestra and Baroque Vocal, unlocking the gates of paradise, which you did.
That volume control is
Much
sorted.
indeed. That's it.
Absolutely
Tonight,
no scratch on that whatsoever.
7, and they'll be bringing you heaven's sweetness. Don't go just yet, Alfredo. You can maybe one last little something for us.
Right, well I'm going to leave it there. That is done, fixed. So that will be going back in the post tomorrow to its owner. Thanks for watching. As I say, another different radio. I've not worked on a 747 before. Very similar layout to the more modern stuff though. But a really punchy radio, just a few little design flaws. Noisy transformer, I can hear it humming now. You know, missing screw out the transformer, no lock washers on the speaker. Apart from that, perfect. Anyway, if you like that, give me a thumbs up and join me again for another one soon.